My name is Maurice Simonet, Michael the Black Man, Blacks for Trump. Now here's the deal. This is about Yahweh and Yahweh and us getting him a pardon. Everybody now finds out that the FBI under wicked people will lie like they have done to our president, President Trump. They will make your brother and your family members turn against you like they did me. I'm Michael the Black Man. They did my brother like they're doing Corey Lewandowski, like they're trying to do every one of Trump's supporters who are really with him. So we now know, and white people, you now have to understand that black and white people are in the same position. It's just that we have a different kind of white person that's tormenting us. They're called Democrats and Canaanites. They're different from white Republicans who are the Europeans. So now, I'm going to show you how they bring up a story and they put it in the newspaper. They even put it on appeal and forget to mention the most important thing. Like they said, my brother and Robert Rozier are 98% of the whole case against Yahweh ben Yahweh. 98%. But guess what? In my brother's case, he was supposed to be testifying against me. And they say that all in the newspapers, but they leave out the fact that when my lawyer asked him, was any of your testimony true against Yahweh ben Yahweh and Maurice Simonet and the brothers? He said no. I told the FBI I was going to tell the truth if they asked me, and they understood that was the only way I was going to do it, and he went right against them. Now I'm going to show you the proof of that because I have my little brother here. They call him a snitch and all that, but he never did. He did sort of snitch, and then he recanted it right in court in front of everybody in the world. But do you think the media, fake news mentioned it? No. And then you got Robert Rozier, same thing. He got caught in the lie, then admitted he was lying. Do you think they pushed that up? No, they just leave it out there like my brother turned on me and lied on me. Now check out this truth. Yahweh ben Yahweh is innocent and you get ready to see it. So I want him pardoned. And it's easy because we're going to use the Hebrews who are the Yahweh, not those Hebrews who are out there talking against white people. I don't believe in them. I'm not with them. I'm talking about the Yahweh Hebrews. We're going to have, there's 1 million of us out there, and they're going to advocate for our President Trump. Y'all ready? Now check out the facts of the case. You're going to see my little brother, Ricardo, say, no, it's a lie. Everything they said was a lie. The black man. That's my brother Zerubbabel, David, and there's Joaquin, my brother who plays the bass guitar, lead guitar with us. I'm out here to testify to you that all of them who are calling my little brother here a snitch is a lie. I'm going to tell you what happened so you'll know. The FBI arrested him, made him the Yahweh lie on me and Yahweh ben Yahweh, and then when the testimony was over, my lawyer asked one question. The question was, is any of that you just said about Maurice and Yahweh ben Yahweh, is that true? And he said, no, it's all a lie. And I told the FBI that I was going to tell that truth if they asked, and I don't want nobody to think that my brother was a snitch, because what he did was he got us out, and all them other brothers who were stuck in there after Robert Rozier got destroyed for lying, their last hope was this brother right here. And he got all of us out by crushing the FBI. Is that true?
That's true. That's how it went down.
Yeah. They asked
me, was it true? And I said, I recant that whole statement.
Yeah. And that crushed him. The whole courtroom went berserk.
They shut the courtroom down.
Shut the courtroom down. So he did not snitch on us. That's how I got out of jail. Joaquin was at the courthouse for a few of those days, right?
Amen.
And he remembered that, the whole thing. So, and this is one of the original Yahweh brothers that was with us when we first built the temple. So all of y'all out there who playing the game, stop it! This is Michael the Black Man. Now let's talk about Robert Rozier, the only other guy to testify against Yahweh about actually doing murders, and which was the racketeering and the acts that they said we did while conspiring with me and Yahweh ben Yahweh. Now, it was said to me that I was the one that was supposed to be the guy that gave the orders from Yahweh ben Yahweh, because he never talked to anybody. He only talked to me. And I was supposed to be the colonel that went and told everybody, as the guy second in command, that Yahweh ben Yahweh said, go tell this guy to kill that guy. Go tell that guy to kill that guy. Now that's what Robert Rozier said my position was. And that's how the FBI questioned me. And Yahweh ben Yahweh was supposed to be the guy that talked to me, who never talked to anybody else. Now, Rozier also went on to say that I actually did an act, that I hit somebody in the eye with a stick. And this guy supposedly died. And then Alcee Hastings, who at the time was Yahweh ben Yahweh's lawyer, and he was, judge before that and all of that. Now he's in the Congress. This guy asked Robert Rozier a simple question. He said, Mr. Rozier, you said you saw Yahweh ben Yahweh and Michael in a room with a bunch of people, and Yahweh ben Yahweh watched Michael hit a guy in the eye with a stick. Do you remember what day that was? You know this is 1991 and 92 right now, so what year was that you said that happened? And Rozier said it was 1983, September 17th, 1983. Yeah? And my brother said, well, why are you so sure that it was September 17th, 1983? And he had the perfect answer. It's because it was the Day of Atonement, and we had to kill a goat, sacrifice it to God Yahweh. So we used him as a sacrifice. Now he's accusing us of what Epstein is guilty of. But other than that, he accused us of this. And then he said that I hit him in the eye. He said, so you sure it was September 17th, 1983? He said, yes, sir. Then after about 20 minutes of that, Alcee Hastings said, well, I have this piece of paper in my hand, son, that says between September 17th, 1983, when you said all these brothers were doing all these murders and all of that stuff and getting all these orders from Michael, from Yahweh ben Yahweh, Michael is Maurice Simonette. So you said you for sure know it was September 17th, 1983, when I have this piece of paper here that says you in jail in Jacksonville at the P Farm, son, between January 3rd of 1983 and February 4th of 1984. How do you explain that, son? So Rozier said, can I see that paper? Yeah, why show, boy? So he brought him the paper, he looked at it, and he looked up and said, well, I told the FBI I was lying about this anyway. I made up all that stuff about all these murders and all them brothers doing that because I was trying to get a good deal. I lied on Maurice to get a good deal. Wow! The crowd went crazy. The jury went up berserk. Judge Rucker still said, I want Maurice to get up and walk out of here right now. And I said, I'm not leaving without this man here. And I mean, it was the Ruckers in there. And that was the destruction of Robert Rozier. And that destroyed their whole case because we were charged with conspiracy and racketeering and some firebombing. And he just admitted all of that was a lie. He said it was a lie and that he made it up, which means that the brothers who were accused of all of those crimes were not guilty because he said he lied on me. Therefore, I didn't give no orders to those brothers. Forget the fact that we had all the proof that the brothers didn't do it. The fact is, he said he made it up to get a good deal, and that guy, like Comey and Mueller, knew that those people were lying on Trump. Here they are, no, these FBI agents, cousins, and that other sucker named Scruggs and No Vicky, they all knew it was a lie designed to destroy Yahweh Ben Yahweh because he said vote for the Republicans. Just like they wanted to kill Trump just because he became a Republican and won the election. These bastards are off the racks. Robert Rozier and his antics. He is such an evil person, and he lied on us and had me in jail for 18 months waiting to go to trial. That is why I was found innocent. What was sad is Yahweh was found guilty of conspiracy to do these racketeering, which is why Judge Rucker said, how in the world can Yahweh be guilty of conspiracy when there were no acts? There was no racketeering. There was no firebombings. And what did he conspire to do? And if Maurice is innocent, how can Yahweh Ben Yahweh be guilty when he only talked to Maurice? So they said. And he said this case stinks into high heaven. That's why the judge used to come by my house for my parties and everything. He always apologized to me and the other brothers for what we had gone through. Just like they should be apologizing to Yahweh Ben Yahweh. This is what they do to every black leader that leads black people to the Republicans. And this is what they do to every Republican president and congressman and senator in America. Right now, under the guise of Valkyrie and the FBI and all these people that are being used by the Democrat Confederate rebels to put us away in jail for no reason, because we as black men and as white European Gentiles don't have rights. We are different from the East Indians, Arabs, and Pakistanians, and we are different from the Canaanites who were cursed white. So that's why Trump is treated like that. He doesn't have a right. He goes to jail if they can get him for lying about Russia. But Hillary can lie and she's free. They don't even accuse her or ask her about it. Biden broke every law in the world with his son and did all that collusion, yet he's free, but they want to put Trump in jail for some stuff they came up with or made up. Everything is a lie. And Robert Rozier was destroyed, and that's why I walked free. If they had any kind of proof at all that I had did anything, I would have been under the jailhouse. But the jury came back and said, we find Maurice innocent. The judge said, don't you mean not guilty? They said, no, sir. We find him innocent. I was the first man they ever heard of to be found innocent by the jury. And that's because Rozier lied, and my little brother Ricardo actually said he recanted all that and made it all up because they forced him to lie on me and Yahweh Ben Yahweh so that he can get out of jail. The same way they did trying to do Corey Lewandowski, the same way they did Trump's lawyer, the same way they did all of the people that's testifying against Trump and the other great guys that stood up for Trump. Those guys are all being treated evil by these damn Democrat Confederate rebel bastards from hell. I'm blacks for Trump. For life. Trump 2040. Damn 2020. We gonna win 2020, 2028, 2040. We going all the way. Trump for life. Praise y'all. To all my Hebrew brothers and sisters out there, I'm going to put out this petition. We're going to ask for Yahweh Ben Yahweh to be pardoned by the president. He pardoned several people. So now we're going to ask him to pardon Yahweh Ben Yahweh since he was not found guilty of any racketeering or any of the acts. And here's the facts. Yahweh Ben Yahweh was found innocent of the racketeering and all of the acts. So if he didn't do any of the acts or the racketeering, then what is the conspiracy? They only found him guilty of conspiracy. All of us was found innocent of the racketeering and the acts, the killings, the burning and the murders. All of that we were found innocent of. You can look at this newspaper, it's right there. Check this out. That is why we have to pardon Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Yahweh Ben Yahweh only helped Republicans. Now this is the real reason why they attacked and destroyed him. Every black man that helps black people and go to the Republican Party They destroy him like they destroy President Trump in the newspapers every day they get a chance because he went from Democrat to Republican. This is their game. Yahweh helped Xavier Suarez, Victor DeUry, Arthur Till, all were Republicans. He talked to Democrats, but he never helped them. Yahweh was destroyed because they said the reason why is because no black man, like Malcolm X said, should ever vote for the Democrat because you would be a traitor to your people. So that's why they arrested Yahweh because he had the National Voters Registration League. And also in this article here, you see wherein the Cubans and everybody adopted the 50-50 shot, said 50% of us should vote Republican, 50% should vote Democrat. And he knew that would destroy the Democrats, and the Democrats knew that's what he was doing. So therefore, they decided to arrest him and destroy him. And then look at all of his great works. He cleaned up drugs. He had businesses and jobs and all these businesses for black people and all of the brothers and sisters that were working out grocery stores and restaurants around the world, not just around the country, around the world. Yahweh had all this going on. Yahweh's little sister is Leona Mitchell, the greatest soprano opera singer in the world. She's won Grammys, she's won Oscars, she sings with Pavarotti, she sings Madame Butterfly, she's queens and kings of all type of countries. 4 different presidents, she's been appointed by presidents for different situations in the White House. She is the prima donna, the greatest soprano in the world, and she loves her brother dearly, Yahweh. And I just want you to know that she wants him free too. Leona Mitchell, Yahweh's little sister, sings with Pavarotti, the 2 greatest opera singers in the world. Here you see Yahweh after his sister Leona Mitchell just finished singing in a big time opera, and that's me standing behind him. Right here, you can Google that Yahweh is the big brother to his little sister Leona Mitchell, the greatest opera soprano. How y'all doing? I'm Michael Blacks for Trump. I'm here with Leona Mitchell, one of the greatest soprano opera singers in the world, which is the little sister to Yahweh, who I call the Son of God, and his son Maccabees, Israel. I'm here to let you know that we want Yahweh to be pardoned by President Trump.
Yes, we do. I want my brother to be pardoned.
I would like my father to be pardoned.
There's Leona Mitchell, Maccabees, and Michael Blacks for Trump. Thank you. Mueller and Comey were prosecuting Yahweh with Janet Reno the same way they're prosecuting President Trump today. So now we're going to see why they do it and how jealous they are. Richard Scruggs is like Comey. He is the murderer of black people and white Europeans. So here I'm going to show you how jealous they are and what they do together in secret and how they plot to destroy just because you're doing good with the people and the government.
The Yahwehs in the early 80s had been amassing power and property, and they had kind of a dual reputation. People saw them as a somewhat scary group that they knew were preaching hatred and violence, but at the same time, they outwardly appeared to be quiet, well-behaved, mannered.
By continuing to polish his public image. He continued to turn distressed buildings into gleaming properties. As Yahweh ben Yahweh, and made large contributions to popular causes.
Watching Yahweh become stronger and stronger, and watching him become more and more accepted by the community, I, as well as all of the investigators, thought he had to be stopped.
Huron Mitchell became a bigger-than-life public figure, enjoying all the legitimacy money could buy. He seemed unstoppable. After almost almost a decade of investigation, the FBI still lacked enough evidence to arrest self-proclaimed Messiah.
Sunday, October 2nd, 1990, is Yahweh Ben Yahweh dead?
As Mitchell continued to thwart the investigation privately, publicly, his legitimacy grew as Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
He's having photo op sessions with the mayor. The mayor proclaimed Yahweh Ben Yahweh Day, and there are banners on the streets saying, proclaiming Yahweh Ben Yahweh Day. I cajole people. I urged them to fight a false religion, and basically used every means I had available to me to convince people to.
In October 1990, despite his public successes, the FBI filed sealed arrest warrants for him. They were kept secret to allow the FBI a month to plan the arrest. Agents dubbed the plan Operation Jericho. Special Agent Herbert Cousins knew it would be dangerous to take Yahweh Ben Yahweh in Miami, since he was at the height of his popularity there.
Today, they're doing the same thing. They went against every black leader in America.
Yeah, but I would take a
Working with Bakery,
they
thought about
but I would take a much tougher line than we're going through with it. I think it really ought to be firm on it myself. I just think it's outrageous what's on TV.
Martin Luther
I've been
King.
watching here. Looks like that man's in charge of the country and taking it over. I just don't think we can afford to have that kind of character running. And I remind him what he had said. Take a day from him on
They did it to Martin Luther King. They accused this man of having extramarital affairs. Yes, they killed Martin Luther King because he was a Republican. They did it to Malcolm X. They used Elijah Muhammad's sex scandal to make Malcolm X turn against Elijah Muhammad, all because Malcolm X said, if you vote for a Democrat, you are a traitor to your race. That's why the FBI killed. They did it to the Black Panthers. They did it who were created because of Malcolm X and believed like him against the Democrats. The Black Panthers, they did it to me. I don't smoke, drink, never took drugs, didn't even use profane language until them bastards did that to me. They ruin you. And that's just it. Because you know why? We're their food. We don't deserve anything. This is why I'm sad for President Trump. This is why I stand for our president. Because I lived it. They knew I was called Mr. Overrighteous all my life in high school. They knew that I was honorable. They knew I never smoked, drank, or took drugs in my entire life. They came to me and questioned me while I was in jail with no bond, saying to me, we know you didn't do anything wrong, Mr. Simonette, because we watched you and we got all of your history. You're an honorable man, but why destroy yourself for this man? We need you to testify because you're a very clean individual. Robert Rozier is a criminal. He murdered 7 people years before he met Yahweh Ben Yahweh. We can't really use him to testify against Yahweh Ben Yahweh because not only was he in the Air Force and a tactical teacher and a war hero, not only was he higher up in the Air Force, not only was he clean, he never smoked, drank, or took drugs in his life, and he was absolutely a non-criminal, and unlike me, he never even had a traffic ticket. Not go against Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the good man. You held me in jail for 18 months and took me to trial, and my life was in jeopardy. And now you're doing it to President Trump. That's why I'm telling all of my white Republican brothers out there, you stand up for this man. I lived it. I know they're lying bastards, and I know they stink unto hell. President Trump has given his life for us, and we have to give our lives for him, because Yahweh Ben Yahweh told me when we were on Broadway in New York and we met the then future president, Trump. Y'all said, see this man here, son? After he finished talking to me, he said, now this man here would be a perfect president. He's a white European Gentile. He's not afraid of these Canaanites. He'll stand up to him. He has his own money. He's not found wanting. He'll do it because it's right to do it. That's what we need, is a man like that who's brave and to fight for us. So in 2011, President Trump decided he was going to run for president. Everybody thought I wasn't going to help nobody run before the primary was over because I said I wasn't. But when Trump decided to run, I jumped in quick and I helped him. I brought my band out there on April 16th, 2011, and we endorsed him and everything, and the crowd went crazy. That's why I helped Trump, because Yahweh Ben Yahweh told me he was the man. So remember, I'm that guy that they believed as a kid that I was going to be the over-righteous kid. I never broke any kind of a law. I went all the way through this Yahweh trial, and when in the Yahweh trial, they actually said I was found innocent because they found out that Robert Rozier was lying when he said that he saw me do something, and then Judge Alcee Hastings finds out that you're lying. You were in jail during the time that you said you saw Maurice Michael, the black man, do something. So this is what they do to the innocent. So what in the hell you think they're doing to Trump? Now we found out that that prosecutor has been dismissed out of being a prosecutor and has been disbarred because they found out he was doing all kind of wickedness. Some of the papers that wrote against me negatively apologized to me, and all of this wickedness has been uncovered because everything that the Democrats have done to President Trump, they've done to every Republican president after 1944, when J. Edgar Hoover was appointed by Franklin Delano Roosevelt and the Joint Chiefs of Staffs that was created in 1944 as a ploy to keep Democrats in charge forever. They put J. Edgar Hoover in charge of the foot soldiers called the Men in Black, or the FBI, to destroy every black leader that could unify brothers and sisters and vote against the Democrats, and destroy every Republican president. And they all did it the same three ways. They say you did something wrong against the IRS, which is what they did against Yahweh Ben Yahweh, and which they doing against President Trump, which they did to all 7 of the Republicans who ran for president after and won, and after Franklin Delano Roosevelt died. All those presidents were charged with the same 3 things. IRS, the next thing was some kind of big controversy, like for example, Eisenhower had the big controversy of everybody searching for the communist. You understand? Nixon had the Watergate thing, and then he was charged with not paying taxes and being tricky dicky. And then the next president, Ford, that got destroyed using the same thing they used against him, using that on him, and so he couldn't run again. And then our next Republican president was Reagan. They charged him with, oh, he's an actor, he's not paying taxes, or he won't show his taxes. And then they came back with, oh, he did the Iran-Contra thing, another conspiracy thing. And then they got George H. Bush with the same act, and then they got George W. Bush with the big thing about the Twin Towers being hit, and all of these lies about the no weapons of mass destruction, and they used that against him. Then they came back with every last one of the presidents when they couldn't get them with those 2 prongs. The third prong was always the woman, like Eisenhower. Oh, he's having sex with a lady that's driving around. Nixon, oh, he's having sex with the mob boss, another sex scandal. And Ford, they used that same thing on him. And then Reagan, oh, they're doing child pornography, and as was in the Washington Post, he's doing child pornography and the sex trafficking. And they used that same thing on George H. Bush, and then George W. Bush. Oh, he was insubordinate. He was messing with all the girls and touching on women. Same damn three prongs. Some kind of IRS thing, some kind of controversy, and then a sex thing, a sex controversy. This is the same three prongs they have used, and they've used that on every black leader, including Martin Luther King, when he said he had sex with these women inside the hotel, and they had a tape of it. The FBI taped it, so they said, which they found out was not true, but they accused him of it anyway. They said he was a preacher and he wasn't paying taxes. They found out he has a 501c3. Then they said he was a communist. Same three prong. They did the same thing to Malcolm X. They did the same thing Elijah Muhammad, saying he was having sex with all of the young women, wasn't paying taxes, and that he was into sedition and all these charges. Anything it took to destroy them, which is right in the back of Yahweh Ben Yahweh's book called You're Not a Nigger, where he explained from the Freedom of Information Act what J. Edgar Hoover's plan was to destroy all black leaders, which was the same plan to destroy all Republican presidents, which is what they're doing to President Trump, to separate black people from white people. They're using that game, and now they have been revealed by President Trump, and now that they've been revealed, now I can now ask for a pardon for Yahweh Ben Yahweh. And they came to him with the same three prongs. They said he wasn't paying taxes, charged me with collecting donations from drug dealers, pimps, and prostitutes. And Judge Rucker said, well, I would have to arrest every preacher in the country because they all collect donations from them. That's what got that charge dropped. Then they hit him with some kind of scandal. He's murdering white people, which turned out to be an absolute lie. Even the brother that was charged with that, all were found innocent because Rozier lied. And he admitted that he made that stuff up just to get a good deal. He said it with his own mouth. Look at this newspaper article right here. And so we were all found innocent of the acts, and they still used it to destroy Yahweh. And then they hit him with the sex. They, he had sex with the young girls. All of which was a lie because I was a witness to it. I went celibate for 3.5 years when I was in Yahweh, and I know Yahweh. I know his character. I know what he did. I was with him almost every day. He didn't even have time to be dealing with that kind of stuff, yet they accused him of it anyway. So I'm going to ask for that. And guess what's going to happen? We're going to get 95% of the black vote, because at least a fifth of the NFL, NBA, and all of them kids that play football are children of the Yahwehs, okay? And all of the brothers that's around the country that are Hebrews, that got their stores and restaurants, all of them, the Muslims, all of them are going to help Trump. You understand? Because he's the only one with the nerve to do it. He went to Kim Jong-un, who they said was an absolute murderer, got proof that he murdered people, and he helped them. So he's not going to mind helping Yahweh Ben Yahweh. Why? Because he's a good man, a military man, and cleaned up the neighborhoods. This is Blacks for Trump, Michael the Black Man, Gods2.com. If it wasn't for Yahweh Ben Yahweh, I would have hated white people. He was the first one to tell me that white people are my blood brother. That's why you see Blacks for Trump standing up for President Trump, our European Gentile brother, the greatest president in history. Yahweh Yahweh was the one that told me he would be president, and we should choose him to be our president. He said that in the 80s when he met and just shook his hand for a few seconds. He said, that man is Cyrus. He told me that back in the 80s, which is why I was announcing that while he was running for president, that he was Cyrus. So the greatest move when you see the black man and the white man, the Jew and the Gentile, the two that Revelation 12:10 said would be accused by the beast to destroy us. They're destroying Trump or trying to destroy Trump the same way they tried to destroy Yahweh Ben Yahweh, but I'm here. And when the Bible said, and they see the two brethren stand together, the Jew and the Gentile, the black man and the white man, who Jesus said that he's here for the Jew and the Gentile, and Paul said the whole body of Christ is the Jew and the Gentile. That's why I'm so glad he gave Netanyahu back Jerusalem, made it headquarters or the capital state. Why? Because he's an Ashkenaz Jew, and Ashkenaz is the firstborn son of Gomer, the firstborn son of Japhet. And Japheth is, guess what? The father of all the isles of the European white Gentiles, Genesis 10:1-5. That's who they fear, the black man and the white Gentiles coming back together. So we will stand together in unity, and it's the end of the Democrats forever. They will never win another election. President Trump should be the president of America for another 16 years, actually, but since he only got 8, so oh well. But right now, we're going to make sure that he hits in 2020. Thank you. Go to gods2.com. Blacks for Trump.